Hey, what's up, Rye? Hey, man. I ain't taking Easter off, you know what I mean? Gotta get that Easter pump. Someone's gotta carry the boats. Someone's gotta wear the mask, you know? Oh, yeah, happy Easter for real. You as well. Hang on, actually. There we go. Actually, yeah, I don't know if I want to use him for that. How about this? There we go. Okay. Okay. Hey, what's up, Zave? Well, good luck in your geometry dash level. I mean, oh, I've seen that before. So true. True moment right there. No truer words have ever been spoken. No, I did not cut this tank. This tank is, it's actually given to me. It was a gift. I did not cut this one. Ooh. That was my knuckle. Really getting... Really warming up the pecs here today. I feel like they're gonna be tight. So I just got a feeling. I have an inclination. Pray the protein I'm eating goes to biceps instead of going to glutes again. Don't you wish you could direct where your protein could go? You know, like where it would build, like with steroids. You know how you inject steroids in certain parts of your, you know, like. It's not really how it works, you know. Me control mobility? I mean, thank you. If that's what you're referring to. I mean, I try and warm it up as much as I can. Get the rotator cuffs warm. I don't expect a ton of people here today just because it's Easter Sunday, but I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow, so. I wasn't sure if you meant yourself had really good shoulder mobility. I was like, I mean, duh. I think a big part of, you know, working out is having decent mobility, you know, so you don't pull muscles. Nah, I was referring to. I thought you were referring to Jake. Yeah, I won't be live tomorrow, so I was like, I'm gonna get a workout in tonight and lock it in. Most jack people don't train mobility or. I mean, I think it's good to stretch, you know. Not necessarily to sit there and do mobility exercises, but I think it's good to stretch. You know, at least have somewhat of a mobility. So you're not sitting there tearing 15 muscles, you know, when you're working out. You don't want that either. Like an ordinary person, you'd be surprised how many people don't stretch before they start. And also, not even that, you'd be surprised too how many people don't do some sort of warm up. Like, people, it's what's crazy to me is a lot of people have come into stream and they see me doing 95 pounds, like right now. And they're like, bro, no way. No way you're not doing 3 plates right now. You know. Why do I hear myself? Oh, because I'm talking. Okay. They're like, no way you're not doing 3 plates. And I'm like, well, my warm-up is the bar, right? And also 95 pounds. Then I move into my workout, which is the other part of the workout. So I don't, you know, tear muscles. A lot of people don't quite grasp that concept. And so usually they'll go from nothing to 2 plates in like 5 minutes. Which I'm like, if that works for you and you don't tear muscles, I'm not your dad, you know, but like, don't recommend it. What's up, Metric? Happy Easter. Hope you're doing well, man. You know, that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be stupid. It takes, you know, a couple minutes to warm up. Just to warm up, you know what I'm saying? Maybe safer for weightlifting? It's really not. I mean, I warm up. I don't do, like, jumping jacks and stuff like that. But my warm-up is, I take the bar with no weight, do 10 to 15 reps, and then I do 95. I used to jump to 95 pounds. But anything I do, I usually build up to it. I don't just jump into my max. But I have seen a lot of people who sit down on a bench and they jump right in. Which I just don't understand that. I never really understood that mentality. I don't know if that's the bro code or maybe I'm missing out on something. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not your dad, but I recommend, you know, hitting a warm-up before your workouts. It's pretty, it can save you, from a lot of things, so. This is my personal opinion. 95. I was 15 there. Definitely injured myself. Try to do 90 hold without warming up. Right. Most people will. I mean, you're going from... I keep hearing myself. I just keep turning on my own stream. The problem is, you're going from a passive muscle lifestyle to an active, right? So, if you're just sitting around all day, right, and then you decide you're going to go work out, you're going from, your muscles are thinking, okay, we're chilling, right? And all of a sudden, we're not chilling. And all of a sudden, we're playing catch up, right? So the blood's pumping, the muscles are trying to work. What's up, Kylan? The muscles are trying to work. The muscles are playing catch up to try and catch up to what's going on with the blood and the heart. And all of a sudden, boom, you tear something. And now you're out for a week. Or longer, right? So, it's not smart. It's not smart. But I see people do it all the time. I've tried several times to explain what a warm-up is to some people in stream, and they just don't get it. They don't understand why I don't just jump to my max, and that you can't. At that point, the explanation's a lost cause, and it's just not worth it. But if you take your muscles from passive to active that quickly, it's like whiplash, but in a different part of your muscle, or not like not like neck whiplash. You know, it's like a different type of whiplash. Georgia Stiff's dislocating something, right? Take it from experience. Ugh. The warm-up fatigue you for lifting heavier doesn't mean the warm-up's too heavy. Yeah, if the warm-up is causing you muscle fatigue, it's not a warm-up. You're working out, right? Like like the warm-up for me is a 45-pound bar. Some people's maxes might be the bar, and that's no shame. I'm just saying. For me, a warm-up is just the bar, right? 95 pounds I can do 6 reps of, and that's a pretty good warm-up. I did 15 there because now I'm starting to ease into my workout. This is 135. I'm no longer in warm-up mode. Now I'm going to get 6 to 8 reps of 135. But yeah, if your warm-up is causing you stress, it's not really a warm-up. You should lower the weight a little bit. The warm-up is only designed to get the blood pumping, to start the muscle activation, to the point where now you're ready to lift heavier weights without worrying as much risk of injury. Aesthetics or strength? Probably at the moment aesthetics, because I have not maxed out a lift in probably over a year. That's not true. Besides the bench press, I have maxed out the bench press. I feel like I'm going more for a specific build, and honestly, at the moment, it's more of a tone build rather than a bulk build. So I would say for me it's aesthetics, but the most important thing is mental health. That's why I do lifting. That's why I started lifting, was because lifting has always been an outlet for me. No matter what's going on in my life, I'm usually trying to get a lift in no matter what. And that's what's the most important. Usually something follows that. So if I'm doing it for mental health, aesthetics might follow that, right? Strength might follow that. What can I do the reverse? Redorse. reduce soreness. Sometimes I'll be sore for 3 days. Give me a sec. Well, the first thing I'll say is soreness is obviously a good sign. That's why people do splits. I'll get to your next question in a second, Ryan. You know, soreness is a sign of growth. It's your muscle, obviously, I mean, you probably know this, but it's a sign that your muscles have torn. Not in a bad way, but there's mini tears in your muscle that are being rebuilt, and that's what grows your muscle, right? And that's where the soreness comes from. So that's why splits are good. Because if you do a push-pull leg, you're hitting different muscle groups every day. So that way you, like today I'm hitting chest. I won't hit chest till Wednesday again. So, or probably Thursday, because I don't know if I'm going to work out tomorrow. So, Thursday is when I might hit chest again, right? You throw in a rest day, though, then you got 3 days. So, usually splits are good for that. Rest days are good. But if you're talking about just ways to reduce soreness, period, roll out. If you have a pin, what do they call those? Like a pin roller or whatever. If you have one of those, a lot of, like if your quads are sore, for example, some people take those pin rollers you use for like baking and they just roll out the muscle. I used to do that in high school a lot, and that helped a lot. A foam roller could work too. You probably want a stiff foam roller, not like a super squishy one, but oh my gosh, Giraffe back with the $10 dono. Wants me to increase the length of the giraffe's neck. What's going on, Giraffe? Appreciate the $10, dude. I got you, man. Hope you're doing well. Happy Easter, by the way. Protein supplements, but obviously I don't know. I don't recommend protein supplements for everybody. It just depends on your own personal goals and stuff like that. But that can help with muscle building. But at the end of the day, if you're working your butt off and you're sore, that's for a reason. And like, you just need to rest the muscle for, a little bit. You can work on soreness, but you don't want to do it. You don't want to overwork the muscle, if that makes sense. You kind of have to gauge. I got you though. All right, chat, lock in. We got to increase the length of the giraffe's neck. Lock in. W giraffe. Hold up. How did I do it last time? It was like this. Bro, it's it is getting there, dude. Take care, Rye. He needs a pinwheel hat. I can do that. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Have you ever played Geometry Dash, and is it good? I've never played it. I've heard it's a good game, though. Dub. Look at it. He's even got the pinwheel hat now. I will say the pinwheel hat's going to have to come off probably next time you come in, because his neck's going to be too long. Well, maybe I could put it like on his... I could put it like on like the side of him, maybe. But... Yo, W $10 though. Appreciate that, dude. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. But yeah, no, I've never played Geometry Dash. I've heard it's good. I've seen videos of it. But yeah, I've never played it. Appreciate the $10 though, for real, dude. That means a lot. Tidal wave, is that like one of the names of the is that like a Geometry Dash thing? Geometry Dash, gotcha. I know people can like make custom levels and stuff. I think it's a cool game, just never, you know, just never mess with it, I guess. Oh, what do I listen to, Chad? What do I listen to? One of she's actually care too much. The rest is brain not. Dude, it's bad right now. I mean, every now and then I scroll through, like, and I'm like, what's my competition today, right? And majority of the streams I see on here, on the YouTube Shorts, are just brain rot. So I always hope I can stick out a little bit because of that, you know? I feel like I'm one of the only YouTube Short streamers, there's a few, but one of the only YouTube Short streamers that, like, actually interacts with chat. Like, it's bad. It's, like, I've seen everything from The Incredibles being chat GPT'd for, like, 24 hours to the Minecraft ones get bad. The Minecraft ones, I've seen those. And then the ones where the guys click the mouse key, oh my gosh. I just, like, there should be some kind of, like, some kind of algorithm moderation that prevents stuff like that from being allowed for that long. I just, that's my personal opinion. But AI is completely destroying live streams. It's destroying a lot of things, but live streams is definitely taking its toll. But it is insane. It is insane. I agree. Make sure y'all drop a like, by the way. Speaking of things that are insane. It'd be insane if you liked the stream if you haven't already. It's free. Double tap the screen. Yeah, that is Giraffe's third dono in chat. Every time he donos, we increase the length of the giraffe's neck. So, W Giraffe. I'm curious if, but yeah, you know, it's kind of a toss up. They need to cut down on the live streams and just play that crap. I agree, 100%. And it's not because of like, oh, Basin Bro wants less competition. No, it's because like, I sit down here, right, and stream and work out at the same time, right, for like an hour, hour and a half every day, right? And then there's people who just can just, and like I put a lot of effort and time into my content, the things that I post, the things that I talk about, the things, the live streams I do. And then there's people that can just fire up some coded algorithm with ChatGPT and get, you know, 4 times the amount of viewers because the algorithm pushes that way more than like actual creative work. It's beyond me, you know. It's something, it's awful. It's really bad. So you would think there would be more moderation for it. I don't know why there isn't. But I don't know. It sucks. AI is, there's not, we had this conversation a few times on stream. There's not a lot of positives to AI. There really is not. There's really not. I think anything I see that's AI, I'm just like automatically like just turn it off, you know? I feel like creativity is getting the brute end of AI. It sucks. I'm gonna sneeze, maybe. But I appreciate you being here. Am I gonna sneeze? No, I'm not. The stream Michelle, tune in next time. Got lucky this was in my feet. Duh! I appreciate this. I appreciate the support, man. That's my goal. I like a chill stream. I mean, my goal is for people to come here and make the day a little bit better. So, appreciate it. Drop a sub. I stream every day, usually, pretty much. Usually between the hours of 6 and 9 Eastern. Somewhere in that time frame. Usually it's closer to 9, but yeah, turn your notifications on. If you ever want to come back. But yeah, I mean, I do everything from workout advice to yap sessions about movies to whatever. I've done everything. So, I've talked about literally everything on the stream. So, alright, I'm going to keep moving here. 1:35, chat. Let's go ahead and lock in. Bum. Track with the thread. Spin where misery. Oh, but I need her more. Misery. She loves me. In this world, misery. Misery loves company, so that I create it. Alright. 155. Let's see it. Oh no! Misery. What's up, some random dude that commented something? No bullshit, just a man garage attic hoisting fucking weight sensational. Creep playing in the background. Oh man. You're right though. I'm just missing, I mean, where's the Creed at? That's what we do, man. That's what we do around here, just lift weights, dude. I just lift heavy circles and hope for the best, you know. Hope you're doing well, dude. We're just hanging out, you know? That's what I do. That's what we do. Pretty much stream every day, work out every day, even on Easter. Happy Easter to you, by the way. hit a PR right now. I would, but I don't have a spotter. I don't want to do anything without a spotter. I'm going to do 185 here, though. Last thing I want to do is, you know, get stuck under a weight live on stream. That would suck. So, what's up, NC? Happy Easter, man. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I was curious how many people would be here because of Easter, you know. But we've had a decent turnout. I had a $10 dono, so nothing too crazy, but, you know, nice to see some of the regulars coming through. I for one, was not very busy on Easter. I'm in the Marines, tore my shoulder, so she and shit like this gets me hyped to go back to the gym. I've been able to bench about 8 months. Damn, dude. But, duh, I hope I'm able to, you know, motivate you a little bit, dude. Hope you're well. I'm doing alright. You know, holding up. It's a good question, NC. Maybe. But that is his name. I always just call him Giraffe. But duh. We have a guy, his name's Caleb. So I've been streaming since last July, pretty much daily. I take breaks here and there, but there's a guy named Caleb who is currently training to be a Marine, and he got out of boot camp. What was that chat? Like some of y'all might not have been here though. Okay, it was probably like a week ago. It was the 8th. So a week and a half ago. He got out of boot camp, and he donated $138. So in one night, that was really cool. So, but yeah, he is training to be a Marine. Good guy. But yeah, I don't really usually do a ton for Easter. I don't know if that's just a me thing. I think a lot of people do family stuff, which dub, but I don't know. I'm not usually, at least here, I don't usually do a ton of family stuff. We just kind of hang out. I go to church. I mean, like I do every Sunday, but, you know, I go to church and then, you know, do little things here and there, but nothing crazy. I actually watched Napoleon Dynamite today. That was my Easter activity. Watching Napoleon Dynamite. Great show, by the way. I've seen it twice now. Great show. I love Napoleon Dynamite. It's so stupid, Chad. It's so dumb. Yeah, I don't think I've ever torn a muscle. Knock on wood. Unless you count my lower back, but I never had that like officially diagnosed. I just went to PT for it. What's up, Zippy? I just went to PT for it, so I never got it like clinically diagnosed as you tore your lower back. I've had friends who've torn muscles. It's pretty easy to do if you don't know what you're doing. Haven't been to live for a while. You're good, dude. I saw your comment. You're fine. It's all good. Next time he's here, tell him to take care of his joints. Tore my bicep. Wow. Okay. No, I'll let him know. I'll let him know that you said that. 3 years. Well, appreciate your service. You know, I know some people in the military don't like to hear that, but, you know, because it feels like it's not enough. But, you know, I do appreciate your service, dude. I hope that works out for you. I hope you recover fast, too. I understand completely. There's another workout streamer named Josh who recently... I don't know. NC probably knows better. I don't know if he tore his knee. I don't know what exactly happened, but I know he had to have knee surgery. So, and he's been out for a bit. Although I have seen him do an upper body, which is a dub. Hey, Anna. But yeah, I mean, you know, any kind of injury that just chat. I don't know what I would do if I had an injury that took me out of the gym. Like, this is what keeps my mental health sane. Like, this keeps me sane. When knee surgery's tomorrow, yeah, like he legit had knee surgery tomorrow. Isn't that crazy? He tore like 3 ligaments. That's crazy. That sucks, man. Especially when you're playing just basketball. Log PT is basically a telephone pole. Carry up at hills. Shit is how I tore it. I was 29. Wow. I was... shoot. Log PT is a telephone pole. Oh, so you're carrying the logs. Carrying the boats and the logs. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. He's carrying the boats. Keeps me sane, too. That's how I feel. PG, though, for working his upper body. I agree. That's good shit. You know. That's how I would do it. Yo, if my legs ain't working, I'm still going to be hitting something. Because I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do, chat. This keeps me sane. I may take kind of long breaks in between to talk to chat, but between the stream and the working out, that keeps me sane. Who's going to carry the boats and the logs? Yeah, they don't know me, son. That's crazy. The creatine and Modelo will break my fall. Lord have mercy. Be careful, man. I'm the one saying that. I'm not a Marine, so, you know, you probably know what you're doing more than I do. But, you know, I do hope you get a speedy recovery. I tore my bicep yesterday trying to hit a new PR. Brother, what are you doing? A bicep PR? What? I don't think I've ever PR'd my biceps. I guess it depends on what you're doing. But like a dumbbell, like if I just do, I'm not dumbbell raising for a PR. I'm not like, oh yeah, I got one. Yeah. You know, like I'm just kind of like, whatever's, not comfortable, but if I do, I haven't gone up on 45-pound dumbbells in a while. Because I just kind of increase how many I do. Or was it a different, was it something different that you were trying to hit a new PR on? I guess it depends on the exercise. Sorry to hear that, though. Let me lock in 185 here real quick, chat. Keep commenting, though. I'll read them in a sec. Okay, my form kind of gave out in that second one, so I'll stick with 2 there. Woo! Not curling? What were you doing? BPC 157. I've never heard of that in my life. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I never recommend... The only thing I ever do is protein supplements, creatine, pre-workout. And I take a multivitamin. In case y'all were wondering, I take a multivitamin. But I've told my chat, you know, many a times, I have heard about fish oil. I have heard about fish oil, though. I don't think I'd ever touch fish oil. I don't think I ever would get that deep into it, but I have heard that that can be beneficial. Recommending it now, but you have to get a compound of it at a pharmacy. Okay, I've never heard of that. So it's not over the counter. I was doing chin-ups? Damn. Okay, but what was the PR, though? Like, did you hit your PR? You know? Like, did you beat the goal? My misery. Misery. You'll need a prescription. Okay, so it's over the counter. I did hit it. My bicep was torn. Damn. I mean, duh. But all that you hit it. But I'm sorry to hear that. Hoping for a speedy recovery. You know, I just realized we've honestly had several people in chat that are either currently in the military, have served in the military, or are going into the military. It's kind of interesting, the audience that comes to stream, you know? Dub, though. Like, it's great. It's just interesting, you know? They come to stream because you're basement, bro. Yo, I hope so. Yo, dub. For real, dude. We had to tear his ACL, BBC to fix it. 2 months later, he did a 12-mile ruck run in 2 hours and 30 minutes. Holy moly. Air Force and Marines. History of both branches. You're right, though. Military and gym kind of go hand in hand. I think... I mean... There is no military without exercise, but there can be exercise without military, you know? I have a... one of my former classmates went Navy. One of my friends is in the Army. My grandpa was in the Army for the Korean War. And then I had another one of my classmates go Army as well. That's kind of my... And then obviously I had the chatter that went to the Marines. Way more opportunities to do things in the Air Force, just due to funding. Yeah, I've kind of, but, you know, I've had a little bit of military history here and there, but I've always said, like, I've definitely considered, you know, military, but I don't know if she's here, but the biggest reason I don't go, like, right now is because of my girlfriend. She was here earlier, but she might have dipped. She got some stuff going on, but I just wouldn't want to do that. But I've definitely thought about it. I've always had, like, the idea of just, you know, just leaving everything behind for a bit. You know, getting my ass whooped for, you know, a couple months and coming back. You know? Well, not coming back, but like coming back and then leaving for a bit and then coming back or whatever, you know, but anyway. It's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. At least not right now. Marine Corps. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know anyone personally that's been in the Marines, besides my chatter. My chat. There's a couple people in my chat, but I never met anyone in person who's been in the Marines. Let me move to tricep here. I'm thinking tricep, probably. Just realized I gotta feed myself. Dub. Gotta do that. Gotta eat, man. Speaking of eat, I'm about to eat this weight. You come out like David Goggins? True. You go in as David Goggins, and you come out as Goggins, right? You go in as basement bro. You come out as just bro. Go take care, Ziffy. I might not be live tomorrow, but I will definitely be live Tuesday if I'm not live tomorrow. Have a good night, man. By the way, if y'all want to know when I'm live, join the Discord. It's in the YouTube bio. Also, exclamation point Discord. If you want to join the Discord, you'll get a notification every time I go live. But also, YouTube should send a notification if you know Discord. But we do have a Discord. We are almost at 40 members, so. That's the best way to keep up to date on streams. I always want to visit Japan. You know what? I was just talking to my mom about that today. I was just talking to my mom about that today. About, like, just Japan in general. And how I've wanted to visit Japan. I don't think I would live in Japan. I don't think I'd ever want to live in Japan. But to visit Japan, absolutely. I feel like, compared to America, they are so much more, like, technologically ahead of us. Like, in terms of, maybe not in terms of, like, certain aspects, but definitely, like, in terms of day-to-day life technology, things that happen in your day-to-day life, it feels like they are, like, one step ahead of the game. And, I mean, duh, it's just, but also at the same time, I don't think, like, people in America would treat that stuff, like the advanced technology, with the same respect that Japanese culture has for it. You know. They're definitely more civil, right? And that's the thing. It's like I just feel like that's why those things can remain there longer, because you don't have a bunch of people trying to dismantle it or, you know, whatever, right? Like I said, I've just never been to Japan. I've always wanted to go, though. I think Japanese culture is just outstanding. I think it is something that I've always wanted to be a part of for a little bit. Not long. I mean, I just want to visit Japan for, you know, a week or two. But, you know, it'd be really interesting. I feel like I need a culture shock in my life, chat. You know? It's like I can use a good culture shock in my life. Excuse me. Sorry, chat. Just a second. Quick text. South Korea's been on my list as well. They have a great tattoo artist over there. South Korea would be interesting too. I agree. I personally don't have any tattoos, but I know a lot of people who do. I've met a couple. One of my ex-girlfriends took me to a tattoo shop because she was getting a tattoo. I was not, but she was nice. She was nice. But yeah, it's not really my thing, but a lot of people have them, and I think a lot of people can rock them. So. Some people can definitely really like the tattoo sleeves, you know, like just their whole arm. It's kind of wild. But, like, I think some people genuinely, like, can really rock that look, you know? I don't think it's for me, though. Not the sleeve. That's definitely not the sleeve. Beep, 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 beep. I subscribe. Appreciate the sub, dude. Yo, W, new chatter, dude. Make a steak and pass out. I'll catch you gentlemen later. Yeah. Have a good rest of your night, man. Happy Easter to you again. Hope to see you again soon. Stream usually around this time. But, well, when I started, which was like an hour ago. But usually between 6 and 9 Eastern. But yeah, hope to see you again soon, man. W, new chatter. Anyone is welcome in the basement, bro. Chat. Anyone can pull up. Whoa, 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 whoa. I am Steve. I am Steve. I would love to make another. I'm trying. I'm still trying to make another YouTube short that can hit the algorithm like that one did. But it's tough. It's tough. The people are here. 3. You ride a highway, you ride a bus. Ooh. Looking all right. Not too bad, chat. Not too bad. Gotta do the overhead for the long head, true. I usually like to do these as well. Let me get him going a little bit. You could definitely screw these up. If you don't know what you're doing, I think a lot of people can just kind of do them like this, you know. People hit them with the momentum and hit a little jiggy with it, you know. We're getting there, though. Better smooth than you on the bench. I'll do that. I will do it. I will do it. I will do it. Right. I never even thought about that. It's a good idea. Here. Not like that. I wish I could show you. I mean, that worked for me. Like, just having the one knee like this. I mean, it was better than... I mean, either way, it's not too bad. Do you just mean like this? Just like that? Maybe not. Either way, I mean, I can feel my triceps, so... You know, that's the whole point. Basin Bro not locked into his chat, for real. Mass Basin Bro unsubscribe day. More than... More. I'm falling me down the clothes. Don't worry, I'ma get it, Granny. Okay. Hello? Okay. Let me do one more set here, and I'll probably go ahead and call stream. There she is. Or maybe you've been here. I saw you liked my message on Instagram. What's up, potatoes? Hey man, I love me some Joe Bart. Out of context, to be specifically. NC for the $5. Appreciate that, NC. Dude, I appreciate all the donos recently, by the way. I appreciate that, dude. Appreciate the support. You donated like 3 times in the past like week. So appreciate that. We had 10 from Giraffe earlier, so duh. Do you want anything drawn? Alright, there. Duh. You pick? Let me cook here. You know what? Last time, I did a cat. This time, I'm gonna do a dog. Dub. What's up, Amir? I am going to draw for the donation. Last time we did the cat, so let's do a dog this time. What? That was my water bottle. Okay. I guess a dog would be like that. Have a little collar. No. Did we cook? Did we cook there?
I was kind of going more for the Ozzy look, you know, with the long ears.
What up?
I was kind of going for the Ozzy look here. You know, the long ears, the, you know,
Little collar. Maybe I'll do like a that. There we go. You know what? I even do. Maybe I'll even do a. I'll even do a speech bubble, so that way you know it's a dog, because it says bark. Ain't no way, boy. You know, now you know. You may not have known the first time, but now you know, right? Now you know that's a dog. The first time I drew it, it may have been up for grabs, but now it's a dog. What the dog doing? Chat, what the dog doing? What the dog doing? All right, chat. W stream. W $15 in donos, by the way. That's crazy. Especially on Easter. I didn't expect anything on Easter. I didn't expect anyone to even be here. So, we had like 2 new subs. The commenting guy, the Marine, and then the other guy from earlier. Both just found the stream today. Subbed. Hopefully see them again soon. Giraffe had a $10 dono. NC with a $5 dono. That was huge. I mean, you're good to see you. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to everyone. Hope you had a good day. Like I said, tomorrow probably going to be taking off. I got some plans. Unless they fall through or something changes. Tomorrow I'll probably take off. No matter what, definitely will be here Tuesday. But yeah. I appreciate y'all kicking it today, especially on a holiday. That means a lot. And yeah, I'll be back Tuesday. Have a good rest of your night. Be safe. Don't do anything stupid. Have to lifting. Peace out, y'all. Appreciate all the likes as well. We had 11 likes.